She was working and she lived on her own. And sister, older sister, she's trying to get married. Every time she's talking to a brother, the minute she mentions that she lives on her own, the tone changes. The goals change. All of a sudden, everything shifted. And the brother's like, hey, can I come over? Can we do this? Assalamu alaikum, guys. Good to see you. Today, we're talking about a very dangerous topic, which is a new trend in the Muslim community. And that is a lot of young Muslims, brothers and sisters, are moving out of their families into the wilderness all on their own, not knowing what's waiting for them. And the result has been sad and destructive. And you are young if you're under 40 years old. If you're under 40 years old, you're young. You have not attained full wisdom. So having your family there at all times, it's in your benefit. We'll talk about that as the video goes on. Today we're talking about the top 10 destructive things that are waiting for you when you single yourself out and you go into the wilderness. And number one, and this is not in order, it's just all of them are super important, all 10. Check this out. Number one, الشيطان. قال الله تعالى إن الشيطان لكم عدو فاتخذوه عدوا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Shaitan is your enemy, so take him as your enemy. When you single yourself out, you're not going to be alone. You're not going to be independent. Shaitan is going to be with you. He will be depending on you. He will be manipulating you. He will be there to make sure you forget about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He will squeeze any level of iman out of you. And you have no support. Number two, النفس. The nafs, قال الله تعالى إن النفس لأمارة بالسوء. The nafs is inclined to evil. The test of life is to discipline one's nafs. To forbid its desires. When you're all on your own, who's going to help you? How are you going to be able to fight your desires? You're only one person. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى. Help each other in that which is righteousness and piety and God-fearing and beyond. Why? Because we need each other. We need each other. When you single yourself out, the nafs will conquer you. Number three, loneliness. I lived on my own before, due to studying abroad and beyond like that. Living on your own is some of the most dangerous and destructive thing. Loneliness is among the deepest of diseases. When you're all alone, you start to talk to yourself. Your mental health declines. All of a sudden, you are just, sometimes I couldn't even go to sleep at night. I'm talking to myself. Why? Because that part of my brain that needs social health is gone. I don't have my family yelling, screaming, this and that. All of a sudden, I'm talking to myself in order to get me to fall asleep. Crazy things, right? You don't want to be lonely. And when you're alone, the shaitan and the nafs will take advantage of you. Okay, beyond. Number four, because some of you might be like, no, I don't need to be alone. I can live with my friends. What type of people will be attracted to you when you live all on your own? Most likely, it's going to be bad people who are in your steps. It's like the blind leading the blind. They're struggling with their desires, with their temptations, with their urges. They're struggling with their deen and beyond. You're going to move in. You're going to move in and bring in those type of people. It's going to be very hard to find somebody who has high quality to be your roommate. Very hard. Very hard. So what are they going to do? Most of these people, you're going to run into a lot of bad friends, and they will take advantage of your loneliness. The fact that you're in this tough situation. Number five, you are going to face a hard life. The nice, smooth life you were living is going to be gone. Financially, it's going to be harder for you to sustain yourself. Food and stability and the ability for you to even eat is going to be hard. You came from home and family in which mom was cooking, Abba was supporting you. Your siblings were sometimes throwing things in the kitchen. Everything in life that was easy now is going to be hard. Everything that was convenient now is going to be hard. Okay, let's move on. Number six, lack of stability. The structure and the design you had in the family setting is gone now. Is gone now. Is gone. So what's going to happen? You're going to struggle. Your school life is going to struggle. Your work life is going to struggle. Your social life is going to struggle. Now, all of a sudden, you have to restructure everything, and no one person can do it all. Have you ever seen a house that stands on one pillar? No. No. Every house has many pillars, and that's the importance of having family. They can be these pillars for you, but Allah gave them to you by chance. Just a given. It's just there to make sure you make it in life. There's wisdom behind why Allah gave us families. Imagine if Allah created us individually, everybody on their own. We just appeared randomly. Subhanallah. Number 7, the temptations of the dunya are going to conquer you. The dunya is a dangerous, harsh place. There's no way you will navigate through it on your own. You need support, but you left it. Number 8, your purity is going to be challenged. You were highly pure person coming from your family, and then you get exposed to this harsh reality of the dunya, and guess what? A level of your purity, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, will be violated because you exposed yourself to this highly dangerous society all on your own. Number 9, your innocence is going to be impacted. And usually, the higher the innocence, the quality of a person you are. The lower the innocence, the lower of a quality of a person you are. So when your innocence is violated, you can imagine the result of that being the situation, or how your life is going to be after that. Number 10, you're going to be super vulnerable. You are going to be super vulnerable. And guess what? The shaitan knows that. The nafs knows it. Loneliness is a side effect to it. But the bad people know it. Hard life knows it. The dunya knows it. And guess what's going to be the result? They will all take advantage of that. Because you put yourself in a situation where you are super vulnerable, they will take advantage of that. I remember there was a sister once. She moved up from a different state to the state that I live in, and all of a sudden, she was working and she lived on her own. And sister, older sister, she's trying to get married. Every time she's talking to a brother, the minute she mentions that she lives on her own, the tone changes. The goals change. All of a sudden, everything shifted. And the brother's like, hey, can I come over? Can we do this? Can we do this thing? This girl is just because she lives on her own, she's like some, bad girl, quote unquote. And why do they feel that way? It's a natural inclination. When you don't have any protection around you, people automatically look at you as a vulnerable person. Most people are going to be like, red flag. Why is she living on her own? Why has she left her own? Why is he in that situation? What put him in this type of situation? Even you, a sister, if you've seen a guy living on his own, struggling in life, you're going to be like, what put him there? Why is he so vulnerable? And beyond. You got to be intelligent how you move. Life is super short. The era you live with family, if Allah gives you a long, healthy life, is about 10 to 15% of your life. Max 20%. Okay? The other 80% you will already be alone. You'll have your own family. You'll be established. There is established work on yourself this early part of your life to establish yourself. Build a kingdom for yourself. Don't be hasty. Don't let the emotions get to you. Is your family perfect? No. Every family has a dirty closet. Every family is going through things. Every family has individuals that are just, why are you in my family? It's part of life. People get tested sometimes through their families. But instead of moving out all on your own, go to another family. If your brother has a family, move in with him. If a sister has family, hey, move in with her. Your aunts, your uncles. Most Muslim families have big families. So there's no reason why you should single yourself out so that the shaitan can violate you, so that the nafs can conquer you, so that the dunya can destroy you. There's no reason for that. So next time, share this with every single brother and sister. Share it. Let them know the risks and the dangers that are waiting for them. Whatever you're going through with your family, trust me. Trust me. As your brother, wallahi, what is outside is far greater, far more dangerous, far more harmful, far more destructive than what you're going through. Till next time, guys, stay up. Let me know your thoughts. And inshallah, we'll be in touch. Sallallahu sallam ala nabina wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.